Hello, hello.
Mineral
Another
depleted.
day, another adventure. There seems to be missing something here. Right. So last time I thought I was pretty
Mineral
much
depleted.
ready um for starting to build the planet that will make 100 science per second, but then I noticed this. A lot of nothing. So I came back here and I've noticed that my um, my farm is effectively full on
Mineral
graphite,
depleted.
which we really want, and um, silicon, well, high purity silicon and crystal silicon. So what I forgot to do
Mineral
is
depleted.
I okay, this will pull deuterium. Um, So I have already set up this factory that makes plasma capsules. The problem was that I kind of underestimated how much deuterium is needed. So now that I'm importing deuterium, I should no longer run out of ammo, hopefully. But yeah, this needs to run for a second, and hopefully this, is it this fella? No, the alpha one will no longer be overrunning. Well, it's not overrunning. The shields are very good.
Mineral
But
depleted.
basically, it was just the shields were being pummeled by the ships from the orbit, and there were not enough capsules to kill them. So now this is fixed. So I really need to. Well, first I will do this local demand. This and this. So those are the resources that I'm getting from the single farm. It's not enough, but in few hours it's stacked. So um, I'm not sure if
Mineral
I'm.
depleted.
What else am I? I only those three. So this is okay. Particle containers I get also from Dark Fog. So there's plenty. I don't think that with um, with deuterium being imported,
Mineral
I will
depleted.
run out of that again. So now the cannons should be fine. So I need to import those into my home planet so that they are actually used um, and I don't use actual rare resources. What I didn't. No, I think I had a look, but yeah, this doesn't drop the. So I was kind of hoping for the organic crystals, but it doesn't drop those. Dark fog allows to make it by dropping the logs and plant fuel for this recipe. So they actually made it um, automated. You no longer need to gather it by hand. But well, it's two ingredients, and I really don't want to bother for that amount. Okay, let's go home and actually use those resources. Where's my home? Here's my home. This is also going to my. Okay, so those three are. Um, and this is going
Mineral
to
depleted.
photon. Okay. Um, First, let's go home. So I actually start using those resources. That's the top priority.
Cruise mode. Mineral warp depleted. Engine activated. Mineral depleted. Engine deactivated. Cruise ended.
Okay. So, let's find something that smells like purity silicon. Okay, this is. I think I made a tower somewhere around the equator that was meant to only import stuff. And that was pretty empty. This one? Yeah, this one is for coal. Have I seriously done that? Local supply, remote supply. Why did I do that? Doesn't matter. I will use that for sure. So, silicon, crystal silicon, and energetic graphite. So those will be local supply, remote demand, and something very important, 50%. So this will hopefully make it higher priority to effectively deliver those resources to the towers that make them. And I want to enable those to also be warping local demand. Right, so those will be flying. And once those pop up here, hopefully the ships will start flying for the crystal silicon as well. Yeah, they went out. Perfect. So this we got out of the way. Fantastic. Okay. So this planet is kind of annoying. I keep okay, this is remote demand, local supply. I don't think I will need to do that anymore. Just do storage. Remote demand, storage. That's fine. Right. There is a tower that I need to check periodically. This one is full on everything. And this tower is starting to be, oh, it is already full. So,
Mineral depleted.
let's make this flowing. Because for a while, I thought that I can actually, this is going from here. Okay, this wasn't so bad. I thought that I can make carbon nanotubes from rare resources, whatever they are called. But those were used too quickly since you need 6 per one. So now I will, let's see, hydrogen consumption is slightly higher than production on this planet, which hopefully increases a bit, because if I import, then the local production stops. If I don't import, my Casimir production stops. So it kind of sucks. This is full already. Okay, so before this runs out, hopefully will be good. Right, so this is okay for now. This will complete very soon, taking us under 25%, which I'm very happy about. It's slow, but it's a starting factory, so I don't expect too much. Right, so the next step is to get rid of the seeds, because quite few of them are going to start arriving soon, like very soon. I would probably get a warning. Oh yeah, it's already visible. So let's take care of those. Then I can start building the planet for 100 science per second. It's not much. It's well, it's not about. It's exactly 6,000 per minute, which should be enough for now. It will effectively multiply by 10 the production and speed, so it will boost the research speed, but I will start running out of resources very quickly before before the research catches up and reduces the or utilization to a level that stops me from running out of everything. Right, so that's one. Now the second one is slightly further. Okay, disable enable so that they fight straight away. Whoops. Whoa. Three, two, one, and go.
Warp engine deactivated. Warp engine activated. Warp engine deactivated.
And that one is gone as well. And now this one is very far away, so this one, and then I will need to kill the one that's getting close to photon.
Mineral depleted. Warp engine activated.
Hello, welcome to the stream.
Warp engine deactivated.
Yeah, still too far.
Warp engine activated. Warp engine deactivated.
Why
Warp engine
is
activated.
that?
Warp engine deactivated.
Yeah, should be gone. So now this is on the way, so if not too close to the hives, I will take care of that
Mineral
one as
depleted.
well. On the way to the photon factory. That's kind of the worst part about the dark fog, especially on the highest difficulty. It just keeps sending those seeds to any system that doesn't have 3 hives already. Okay.
Mineral depleted. Warp engine deactivated.
And they are gone. If
Mineral
that's one
depleted.
good way to get rid of seeds, if you slow down enough, and then the destroyers deploy anyway and they kill it. But sometimes you just fly by and nothing happens. Right, the ships need to hide.
Warp engine activated.
Oh, this should be the last one for now. Hives on the planets. So, I don't know if it's a good tip, but my way is to always kill the base stations first, so that the hives are starved for resources and they can no longer produce units. And then it's just a game of
Warp engine deactivated.
playing hide and seek. Oh, base stations. Yeah. Um, so I let's see. The best way to do it is effectively either, well, you can rush corvettes, so it only needs the information matrix, or you can do it by mech. But what I do is I just fly to the space. I get, if you are shooting with your mech, you just need to get really close to. It's really hard to kill it with the mech because they regenerate quickly. But the point is to kill the
Upgrade.
relay stations from space. Then the bases are pretty much dead because the hives and the relay stations or the planet stations,
Mineral
they are
depleted.
in symbiosis, and the hive provides the energy, the base provides the materials for the hive. So if you kill the relay station, the base does not get the energy that it needs to power the defenses like the lasers or produce the units. So once you kill the relay station, you only need to pull small amounts of enemies, and that basically you get rid of the ground units and you just finish whatever is left there. I can show it to you on some example. For example, here, I think those are okay. So, for example, this planet.
Warp engine activated.
Yeah, I usually just put up defenses on the planet until I get some space units, and then kill the base stations from the from up there. Then the base station then the planet bases are effectively dead. They will no longer attack you. Whoa, that almost killed me. Um,
Warp engine
right.
deactivated.
So now I just need to slow down. So you can see that the
Dark
relay
fog cluster is losing control.
stations. Okay, so I pulled because they
Mineral
deployed.
depleted.
Doesn't matter. Um, right, you can see the relay stations from space. So you just get into orbit, and you need to select the attack relay stations because otherwise they will not. And you deploy them manually, and
Dark
they
fog
shoot it from
cluster is
space.
launching
Obviously, with
control.
destroyers,
Mineral
it's
depleted.
very quick, but corvettes do it well as well. Right. So I will just do this. They will deploy automatically when the ships get here. So now
Cruise ended.
I can just, you can see that the energy should be running down quickly, right? You can see that the energy is slowly going down because there's no relay station, so the hive can no longer send the energy. Okay, so the space units got here. They will be killed. Um, mm, right. So now what I usually do is I just get nearby. Obviously the game had to be saved now. And I pull small chunks so they will follow me. I kill them away from the
Dark fog
base.
cluster is
They
losing
will
control.
keep spawning the units until it runs out of power, but now it will be running out of power quickly. And it will trigger all of the bases, right? Because all of the bases still have power, and while they have power, they will send waves, but those are fairly small. If you have not cannons, what are the cannon? Yeah, if you have turrets, then turrets will be just fine. They usually just send the ground units, which are very easy to kill. So now that they've sent a wave, they will try to replace the units, and that will cause them to run out of power. And once they run out of power, the base will be pretty much defenseless. So I just continue to pull. Obviously, I'm at a point where this is easy. When at the very beginning, when you don't have that many units or they are not upgraded enough, it's better to just create a some temporary base with either laser turrets or normal turrets, and pull it towards that, and that will clear the base very much without any losses. Maybe few buildings here and there. It takes longer, but overall it's safer. Though it's good to save. I died multiple times. You see that the base is now dark. That means they don't have energy to shoot from the laser towers, which are very powerful,
Dark fog base core
and they don't spawn units, so it's just killing the base. Yeah, like I've said at the beginning, if you don't have the units, like I don't have any units, I have it's I think it's this one. No, where do I have? I think it's this one. This one. Okay. So I have something like that, but it can be really anything that I have the energy here. So I would just put something nearby and I would just fly to the base and run back to my defensive position, and that would kill the units if I wouldn't have my drones yet. So yeah, that's not very flashy way, because usually people just set up what are the missile turrets, because missile turrets hit wherever you have the signal tower. So if you have signal tower next to the archive base, they will shoot from wherever on the planet. If they are near enough, they can even shoot between planets if the two planets are orbiting the same gas giant. But this is the safest, and you will not lose too many resources. Yeah, just kill the relay stations and and finish off the rest. Right. Going back to the matter at hand. I think I killed all the seeds. Let's see. This is at 12. I'm not wasting any sales. Just for quick note, this will be my photon planet for the next planet that will make 100 science per second, and this is because this is an O-type planet with a very good multiplier, almost 2.5. The first planet will be it's within a Dyson sphere, so it will get full what is it, collector? No, receiver. The receivers will be 100% range all the time on the whole planet, because it will be within a Dyson sphere. And the second planet is a tidal locked planet, so half of the planet, despite it being outside of the sphere, will keep getting the range. So I'm getting 1.5 planets or of constant range for free. So that system is something I'm super happy about the seed. What I'm not happy about the seed is that it has really tiny amount of coal. So I have already switched my starting planets to make energetic graphite from oil. So I'm actually using this recipe that takes refined oil and hydrogen and makes energized graphite, which is why I'm having hydrogen issues, because it's actually making even more hydrogen, but it doesn't use coal. So the only thing I'm using coal for are the Mark One proliferators. Um, and yeah, so that limits my coal usage by 2/3, I think, something around that. And that's what I will be using on my next planet that will make 100 science per second.
Mineral
So
depleted.
on this planet, it's already no, it's not this planet. It's that planet. It's I that the reason I'm using this one is because it's empty. It's in my starter system, so I won't have to fly too much, and it has 100% building area. So um, I won't have to use too many foundations.
Cruise mode.
So, and iron is running out
Mineral
very quickly
depleted.
when you are using only the base resources. So I, if I don't have to use
Warp engine
additional
activated.
one on foundations, then I will be super happy about that, because I will save few days of just paving another planet with miners. Yeah, that's a good approach. I like to make
Mineral
myself suffer a
depleted.
bit at this point. I played probably 10 games from to very late stage, and I'm trying something new every time. This is my first game on highest difficulty, but I
Engine
won't
deactivated.
blame anyone for taking it. I won't say easy, but
Loop ended.
yeah,
Flight mode.
chill. Yeah, chill
Mineral
gaming is also
depleted.
good. Anyway, anyone plays, that's the right way to play. My number one rule is never tell anyone how to play their game. Right, there's a little bit of preparation here because I will need the entire planet. Yeah, so have fun. Try not to get influenced by other people. And yeah, the number one rule is to have fun. Just don't let anyone tell you how to play your game. It will take maybe longer, but I guarantee you that you will enjoy just discovering stuff on your own, and definitely don't copy
Mineral
blueprints from
depleted.
others. It's learning how things work will make it way more enjoyable. I probably still don't know about uh, about everything, but I think I only recently learned that you can put.
Insufficient
Okay,
materials.
I don't have. I think you can put liters on top of containers or something like that. But like I never had a use case for that. Yeah, exactly. I fully agree with that statement. So yeah, if you are not having fun and you just copy someone else, then I did that mistake with
Mineral
Factorio when I
depleted.
started. So the first Factory game I played was Satisfactory. Um, then I tried Factorio, but I did a mistake of effectively copying like Factory in a book from Nilaus. He's a cool guy, but I copied his recipes, and then I didn't have the fun I could have had if I just discovered everything on my own. Okay, so this is clear. Hopefully I don't run out of foundations. I do need few to cover the holes. Right. One tip I will give you: when you clear out a base, make sure to put a geothermal power station. When they first got released, I totally did not see that you can actually put it, and it gets a huge
Mineral
bonus
depleted.
based on the base level. You can get even over 500% of power, so that's like 20 megawatts of energy. So definitely worth more than just covering that hole. But for the purpose of making this, I will need to have as much space as I can. Right. So that will be almost done. Mhm. Okay, I think bases, is that all, or is there one more? No, those are all the bases. So now I need to get rid of my,
Mineral depleted.
oops, of my charging station. So not while, when I mined out this planet, I just use this as a energy hub. So I just sent, I've been charging the accumulators with whatever energy was made here, because free energy is the best energy. And I've been just sending that to my starter base. That was before I had the um whoa, okay. How many is that? 20. Okay, 20 is fine. That was before I had fuel rods. Now with fuel rods it doesn't matter that much. Right. I have only 3 tests. No, okay, sorry. Okay. Great. So now I have a planet that is ready for making a nice big factory. I just need to drop off those accumulators because those cost energy, and I'm not depending on the power from them, but they
Mineral
are
depleted.
you need the charge accumulators for the orbital collectors. Yeah, orbital collectors. Right, let's increase the speed a little so I don't fly for a few minutes.
Mineral depleted.
Right, max speed, and my science is going pretty okay. The goal of my science is 600. It's not going at full speed because yeah, I'm draining some resources to make
Cruise
buildings
ending.
for the factory. So especially quantum chips, I'm underproducing, but it's not bad. It's around 400. So about last stream and for the last 2 streams I've been automating all the buildings so that they just get um they start stacking, because this I still wanted my science to actually be produced. What did I run out of?
Mineral depleted.
Structure matrix. And I ran out of structure matrix because I don't have diamonds, and I not diamonds, sorry, titanium crystals, and that is probably because I have run out of organic crystals, if I'm not mistaken. Just need to confirm. I might have to find a new farm. Um, it's the only resource that I'm actually using from fairly beginning, because I don't have to create them from like plastic, and yeah, I would have even more hydrogen because oh wait, hydrogen.
Mineral
No, this will
depleted.
require coal. So yeah, I would have even more hydrogen, so that would be terrible. Right, let's get rid of the. I'm making the. This is the solar panels. Somewhere here, accumulators. Here. The collectors I've put somewhere here with my other here, so I can put those here. Okay, so I got rid of that. Now I need to only figure out where have I been producing the crystals here. Okay, so I'm just not making enough of them, which is fine. I mean, it's designed to make 600. I'm consuming over 600 of cubes, so it's bound to max out on something. So this is actually good. This means if I max out on the yellow ones, I will have some surplus of quantum chips. When they okay, Casimir crystals. What's happening here? Casimir crystals. Oh, Casimir crystals also need the titanium. Right. Because I'm not using the rare recipe. Then I'm not that happy about it. let's upgrade the buildings. It was here, so we are
Flight mode.
quite close. And I've run out of kimberlite ore. Okay, so whenever I think I'm ready for starting that planet, I
Mineral
run
depleted.
out of something. So let's make those into a upgraded ones. So this should this will triple my production of those. Now kimberlite. I probably have more kimberlite than coal in my seed, and this one of them definitely has kimberlite. No, or no. What? Yeah, 700,000. So with my VU at 25%, that
Depleted.
this is almost 3 million, and by that, and I'm really not using that much. Let's see the yeah. I'm using about 14 per second, which is nothing. I'm using more coal than this, and the red recipe makes 2 diamonds out of 1, and for coal you need 2 coal for 1 diamond, and it takes much longer. So which one was it? This one. Will I have to clean out a planet though? Because I did, while those are called farms, I did not I did not clean every planet, because I've been only marking the systems where I've set up some mining, just to remember where I've left some buildings, because late game, when I run out of my CPU power, I will need to demolish every building I can, just to keep the overhead as little as possible, so that
Warp
the
engine
factory
activated.
gets as much CPU cycles as possible. It won't be much, but every little bit counts. I did overclock my CPU by a little bit already, and yeah, streaming doesn't help on top of that, but hopefully I will divide the course well enough for for it not to affect my game too much. So, like I showed before, well, this is one thing about the dark fog. The further a planet is from the central planet, the fewer bases it will have. So sometimes even on max difficulty, the planet furthest from the whatever sun there is might have even like one base. So I'm very happy that this has several bases because I will get free energy to mine. Just to make sure this is the Kimberlite ore one. Yes. Now I can just land. Yeah, they are disabled. I should have plenty of drones. Well, plenty. 500 almost. Right, so I do need to enable them. And they will be killed because the cannons will just one-shot everything. And everything will attack me. Don't get close because they keep shooting. Okay. The base is still lit and it shoots from the lasers. Oh. The upside is that lasers take a lot of energy and it will just speed up the destruction. Does this have... This is going down really, really slowly. Which... Okay, that's level 26. Okay, it's halfway there for energy.
Mineral depleted.
And now I think it's, yeah, almost there. Yeah, they don't have enough energy. Good. And the other bases will be also running out of energy quick because they are, yeah, launching assaults. And that costs them energy. Because they want to, well, they will spawn new units and that drains energy. But now it's going down because they have run out of energy, so they can no longer launch assaults. Yeah. So let's start killing. Yeah, this world has only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 bases left. Okay, this pulled house. The ground bases, the ground units usually get pulled the quickest. They are really weak at this point, but it's good pulling them because then there are fewer targets for your drones to kill the flying ones. So if they can focus down the flying units instead of wasting the shots on the ground ones, then that's even better. Because those the ones on top, whatever, guardians are so dangerous. Like one of my strategies to kill the bases is to just dive head first because then they start shooting at me, and
Mineral
my
depleted.
drones don't get killed as much. That's only like one or two here and there, but they hit hard, and a few times I just died because it's really heavy pounding, especially since I'm just a flying head to save energy. I can probably switch that by now, but I left it from the early game. Yeah, tip of the day: if you don't want to run out of energy as a, I mean your mecha, just leave your head on, disable everything apart from your head. Then you will have energy consumption at 50%. So all your early fuel will last you twice as long. Mhm. This should pull the
Dark fog
base.
baseboard destroyed.
Pew pew. Pew. And that one is dead as well. So, station.
Dark fog baseboard destroyed. Mineral depleted.
Mhm. No. Hopefully this isn't growing at it. Okay. Yeah, that will stay at a high level because I kind of
Dark fog
pulled
baseboard
few
destroyed.
of the hives when I was demonstrating how to kill the relay stations. So this will just keep being there. At some point, I might just fly and raise it to 100% so that it just zeroes out, because otherwise I will just have a huge list here.
Mineral depleted.
I think this is it. The last base. Those are just not gone from the
Mineral
list
depleted.
because I need to actually put either fill the hole or put a power station
Dark
on
fog
top.
baseboard destroyed.
Alright, so this is done. This is out of range.
Dark fog baseboard destroyed.
Okay, this is in range. Now, which is closer? I will just make it a really long snake key. Oh, this isn't. I think I thought this was being connected. Mm, mm, mm. No. Okay. So this is connected here and this is connected here.
Mineral depleted.
This I can connect with normal one, which is cheaper. Um, Right, now that it's cleaned out, and I don't want dark fog to... Oh, colliding. Right, so I rotate. Yeah. So I know that there are different designs, but I did I just did a basic one. You need minimum of 8 shield generators to cover a planet. It's not a good enough coverage to defend the planet from heavy attacks, but it's enough um, to stop dark fog from sending the relay stations. So dark fog will not try to establish new bases when um, the whole area of the planet is covered. So the field ratio will not be 100%, but the actual coverage of the planet will be. Okay, so this is far away. Sadly, all the bases are pretty much concentrated around the other side. So I will need to make a nice ring of towers. This is too far. This is okay. I might actually start to run out of stone because it has been a while since I've actually, well, I did few planets that hopefully had enough of the stuff. We'll see. I'm not using that much stone. But stone is plentiful. So I highly doubt that it's anywhere near. Wow, this planet has a lot of stone, like 255. Those are really big patches. Like really big. Normal one enough. And that's, yeah, doesn't matter which way I make it. Nope. This, I think, is the last on the equator, because this one is already being raised. So now just the top one. Top one or the bottom? Bottom one. This is the south. And this is the closest one. And this here.
Mineral depleted.
And this here. Right, how is the power looking? Okay. Yeah, sadly, until the shields are charged, it will be very low. But the shield is charged for free. So, well, this is a really Kimberlite planet. 700,000 Kimberlites, while the base trio doesn't have that much, and titanium is just slightly more than
Mineral
that.
depleted.
Right, so where do I have the patches? So 700,000, and the patches are around 100,000. There's 1, 2, 3, 5. So this I will probably make as the base. Where did that flip? I think it was here. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 here. So near this stone patch. Yeah, here is good. So just lapping down. There's a tower that will cover the energy for this, although the other one would as well. Essentials in, load of drones maximum, kimberlite, definitely titanium. That stuff is also very, very needed. This needs to be imported. Can be 500, doesn't matter. Local supply, demand. I will. Will I need?
Mineral depleted.
I don't need that much, so I think I will not. Wind. Wow, wind 0. There's 0 atmosphere here. Okay, so let's leave it at that. Once those charge, it will be fine. So, let's put down the miners. I very much enjoyed the advanced miners when the game first came out, and for a very long time afterwards.
Mineral depleted.
You had to just set up the usual ones, and that was a pain in the ass, especially when I would build a planet-size factory that makes science, like big one, because then everything starts to run out of mining veins, like really, really fast. After building my first planet-size factory, I would spend the next day just flying between planets and setting up mining just to keep up. But then it hits the VU level very quickly at a point that resources no longer matter. Like around level 100, you really start to see that it really goes, the usage of veins goes down dramatically. Unfortunately, now I need to reach 10% just to have the same amount as I would on normal resources, not scarce, since I have only 10% of the normal resources. So still a long way to go, but it's not that big of a problem, I would say, because I I, I always played on one multiplier, so the base, and I never I would I would mine out the starting system very late, at a point where I would have to. Sometimes I wouldn't be able to mine out the starting system because I would reach VU level that prevented me from finishing the veins. So it's really comfortable. I mean, I don't want to say it's don't play on infinite resources or just stick to one, but it does take off the pressure, but it's really difficult to run out of resources. Even on scarce, I'm only now sticking to the closest systems from my system, and probably only around 10 of them. So I have 50 systems that I have not touched, and the further I get from my starting system, the bigger that is. So here I have like 11 million silicon, here I have huge
Mineral
amounts.
depleted.
Obviously, on normal, this would be like 100 million. But yeah, once I research VU to a comfortable level, those faraway planets will last forever. There's really no pressure. Have I covered? Okay, I will put the miners on the titanium, or at least few of them, just so those. Oh, have I covered all of them? Yes, 107, 107. Right. So I won't put many because this will keep growing because the shields are being charged and they will pull less and less power. But I do want to have some resources of let's say silicon. No, don't mind that. Do I have anything that's close to whatever? Okay, there's one more kimberlite patch here. Right. That will I cover? No, I don't think this will. I will be able to cover everything with
Mineral
a
depleted.
single one, or maybe 111. 111. Oh, that's good. Yeah. I'm very thankful to the devs that they also reduced the collision box for those miners because when they first came out, it was very difficult to place them next to each other. But yeah, they improved it, and I'm very thankful for that. Mhm. So, oh, there's titanium here. I will be okay. Let's see. Is titanium demand? Let's see if the titanium will be pulled from here because I think it's from home. It's fairly far away. I definitely have some bases that are even further.
Mineral depleted.
There's not a lot of ships flying, so I'm worried that I might be. Maybe the diamonds have run out and everything stopped. No, I'm still producing 14k hashes per second, which is okay. It's about probably 500 white cubes. Star cluster. Oh, good, 700. So stuff is working. So I don't know. We'll see. This like titanium. A little bit of titanium always helps. Yeah, it's not being pulled, so I do have
Mineral depleted.
probably plenty. I did go. Okay, so something. Okay, 4 ships sent. Probably because there wasn't enough. Okay. I will leave it at that. Let's go back home. I will probably run out of few more things before I finish that planet, and when I finish the factory planet, I will run out of everything. So I'm not too worried. It's just part of the mid game or end game. I still have not finished the game, so I'm actually leaving the mission completed. It costs 4,000 white
Mineral
cubes.
depleted.
So, and gives me nothing. So there's no point. The only thing that will happen is that I will be unlocked on
Mineral
the
depleted.
Milky Way,
Warp engine deactivated.
and I'm not producing that much energy
Boost
to
ended.
even take over the seed, because I did see that someone else, I think from China, has been playing on this seed. Yeah, so I'm not the owner yet. The goal I have set for myself is 1 watt of energy produced in this seed. So we'll see if I can achieve that. I would usually just finish my game when I reach view around 300 level. I think you need 240 or something like that to for the consumption to show up as 0. It's not really 0 because it's under 0.05, so then
Mineral
it just
depleted.
rounds down to 0, but it's a very low usage or consumption or loss, whatever they call it. Right, what am I missing now? Let's see. I make oil here, which is stacked on refined oil, so refined oil is full, so I would probably be. Let's see if everything is fine here. This one is stopped because I don't want to be making it. Iron is full, so great. Um, those are full, so perfect. I don't need to, so I don't need to use stalagmite crystals. I I thought I would test it, but I was using too much stalagmite crystals, and this is just superior recipe for now. Graphene is free because I'm making it from my gas giant, and titanium there's plentiful everywhere. And I don't like I've only seen one ocean planet so far in my seeds, so I will save whatever I can. Okay, here is my energetic graphite production, and I'm fine on hydrogen. Now let's see if I'm fine on hydrogen. This is okay. My Casimir crystal production is obviously the not a problem, but a limiter. But
Mineral
titanium
depleted.
crystals are fine now. Quantum chips are being produced at a fairly good level. Yeah, this will be not a problem. I mean, the science is being produced at a very good level. Let's see, 1 hour. Yeah, it dropped here because I ran out of um, diamonds, maybe diamonds. Now it's back to normal, so it's fine. The goal is 600, so as long as it's anywhere over 400, it's fine. Um, and I'm producing more quantum chips than some consuming. So everything is good. Right, diamonds.
Mineral
Diamonds are,
depleted.
yeah, they are still not. They will fill up. It's just a matter of them filling out whatever storage it needs to. Yeah, I almost have enough assemblers for the planet. I need 1,400 assemblers to make that planet, but it will get there. It's just a matter of, I think it's just the quantum chips. So if I need, I will just take quantum. Yeah, so it's just quantum chips that need to be made. I have level 3 assemblers, so yeah, this will
Mineral
make a few
depleted.
more and a few more. So it's going great. Let's drop off few items here because I don't need. I might later, but I don't need those. I don't need labs at the moment. So labs go here. Here? Yeah, the same building. Oil extractors are with other extractors. Here? Here. So I somehow made up my mind about how to how to spread out the buildings into the towers. This is my mining tower. So gas giants, advanced miner, water
Mineral
pump, and oil
depleted.
extractor. I'm not making the basic mining machines. It's just there's just no point. I keep few in my inventory, but that's it. I don't know why I have those here. Oh, I've been upgrading some basic ones for whatever diamonds or something. I don't need those. Filter doesn't need to be here. One less stack. Okay. I think I have some space in some of the towers. I might make one more tower just for utilities, like foundations. So I will need to. I do need to pick few foundations just in case. I've been producing them here. They one of my starting 5,000. This one I will just drop off. So this should be enough. I need to restock on drones. Drones. There was okay here. Yeah, I have about 300, so 700 should be fine, and 13. So 1,000 backup. Oh, okay, 90 more. I probably have too many destroyers, but 577. Should be fine. Right. Just to clean up my inventory a bit. Oh, here. I don't need the basic ones, and I will take 500 of the upgraded ones. Good. I think I have everything. So yeah, I think it's about time to start building the new planet. Right, I always start with smelters. Okay, this I don't need. So one more cleanup.
Mineral depleted.
Here, level 2. Okay. I always start with smelters, and according to the Factorio Lab calculator, which is my favorite one, I need about 1,000 of those. So let's just take 1,000 and hopefully this will be enough. I will definitely need belt, but leave it at 5,000. I will need few not towers, substations, right? Yeah, substations. I don't remember how many they stack. It would be good to 30. So let's drop off those here. 90 should be okay. Whenever I can, I just use the Tesla towers because they can usually fit between buildings, so I don't have to use up space for the substations. But yeah, few of them might be needed. Belts, sorters, smelters. I will need the sprayers. Probably few more. Let's just take 100. That will not be in. It seems like I don't need many, but when they start running out, they start running out. But I'm nearby the. It's the planet in the same system. Usually, I pick up a completely new system and just use it for science, but
Mineral
I don't
depleted.
want to use a system that is not mined out because I don't want to bury resources that I will need later on. So I have committed to use this starting system to the maximum. I know that people like to run away from the starting system as quickly as possible, and especially to just set up a base in a some faraway system because it will have way more resources. The further you get from the home system, usually the more resources a planets have. So, but this is fine. It's completely mined out. It's only the gas giant and ocean and crude oil, and I think crude oil is mined out completely. It's 18. I think it's 18. It doesn't show how many wells there are, but
Mineral depleted.
I'm fairly sure this is just 18 mined out wells, which give 0.1 per second each. Right. Let's not overextend
Flight
this.
mode.
I've waited long enough. I've I've been meaning to start this factory for probably a week now, but every time I do, something breaks. But right now, everything is fine. Yeah, this will obviously fluctuate, but it's just a momentary fluctuation. Yeah, still plenty. So yeah, so that now my main goal is to set up a factory
Fuse ended.
for science here, and then on my neighboring planet I will make utilities. So I will need to my 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 starting factory is still there. Like the buildings are just
Flight mode.
casually sitting there doing basically nothing. But I will set up a utilities factory there. So I will make my fuel rods. That's
Mineral
where
depleted.
when I will just make the strange annihilation fuel rods. I will make my rockets, sails. Sorry, not seals. That would be interesting. Sails, obviously, and yeah, warpers, all that good stuff. It will not be a big factory, but because I don't want to spend too much time on the first utilities factory, but it's going to start making that everything. Okay, so this is the point zero. I always mark that because it's just 0 north, 0 west and gives a good point to start building. Now comes the boring part because I don't have any recipes. Like all my blueprints that I made are very old. Some of them are not even sprayed. And
Mineral
most of them
depleted.
are on Mark III. They are pre-Dark Fog buildings. So I will need to do some little bit of calculation on the fly. Um, so I did have I wanted to use the design that one of the followers uses, Build Strong or Build Strong. That's a fantastic name. I love it. Um, that puts the belts on top and just lowers them for whatever building is necessary. It I I've been thinking about that design for the past 2 days. Like, how can I use it where it would be most usable and space saving. And at least for whatever I thought that it's best for stuff that has at least 3 belts because um like the, let me show you. When you have a building, you can take a belt. Let's I think altitude 4 is let's put it on 4. You can actually now tilt the belt and you can do something like that. So the belt is tilted. Then you can do 2 less and something like this. And obviously I did not tilt it. Like I said, I don't have the base knowledge for this, but you can do something like that. So now this belt is on top. The bottom belt is just going this way, so you can just fit it this way. And you can have the buildings next to each other. You don't need to have the belts on top. But this means that you need space here. And you need basically you need one space for each building, but this makes space for 2 belts. So anything that needs 2 belts, it doesn't matter because instead of going with the belt, the space is taken here. The space will be taken just here. And the problem with this design, at least from my limited experience with it, is that if this allows me to put 2 rows of buildings. This will just feed the building that are under the belt. If I want to feed those, I need to split this into sub-belt and put it from here. And the second problem I see with it is that instead of having like here 2 sorters per building, I need to have 4 sorters per this building because there's one from top and then one here. And sorters are splitters, sorters. Sorry, I been sorters? Yeah, sorters. Sorters are well. I have very few sorters. I have way more belts, but sorters are using more computing power than belts. So I prefer to have more belts that will take more space than just have sorters consume all the CPU cycles that I could just have for having more of the basic ones. So I will stick with the normal on the ground belts, but that design with belts on top, really cool. Right, but um, most smelting. So most of the smelting recipes will have 1-to-1, like copper and iron. Right, let me new blueprint book. Let's call this one dark. Oh, I have caps. Dark fog. Full right. Save changes. Dark fog on the front because this will just they are sorted alphabetically, so I will just have it at the beginning. Yeah, most recipes will be 1-to-1. This will be 2-to-1. So there will be a varying amount of smelters I can put on the belt, but the design will be the same. So um, I I will need to make sure that I remember which ones are which and how many I need. I will probably save the designs for each one separately. What I did in the past is I would put something like this because bricks, iron, and copper have the same recipe 1 to 1 in 1 second. Yeah. And then I will just change the recipe. But starting with iron, that's the basic one. I will be spraying everything. I was thinking about not spraying just to save the coal, but I would need 3 times the base resources. So I will just risk it. Let's see where this takes me. I might just run out of coal and I will have to surrender on this. But this is 1 to 1 to 1 sprayed for extra products. So belt has 30 items per second stacked by 4, which means 40 items per second. With the pile sorters, also fairly recent addition that I'm very much enjoying. So this I'm using the right where I live. We are driving on the right side of the road instead of the wrong side of the road. So that's what I use for the belts. The belt on the right will be feeding, or the belt on the other right will be putting it into the station, tower, station or tower, or yeah, station. So this pulls in. I need to put the resources back on, except I already am. So I need to put this. So this is putting out, pulling in. Good. Right. So I can, because it's because this takes 1 second to pull one and produce one, I can, without spraying, I would be able to put 120 buildings on that belt, so 60 on each side. But because I'm spraying and making 25% more, I'm effectively doing 1 or to 1.25 ingots over 1 second. So let me do the quick calculation. Calculator. 120 divided by 1.25, that's 96 96 machines. And then another thing, those are negentropy smelters, and negentropy smelters have the boost of 3 times the production. So that 96 I need to divide by 3, so 32. I can only make 32. Oh, I cannot make. I can only put 16 smelters on each side. 16. Let's make it 6. No, sorry, that will be 18. 16, so 8. I'm 1 short here. 6. So that's 8. And now I just need to copy with 1 further. If you ever want to make quick connections and you don't actually need to connect belts manually, you can just copy 1 unit further, and if they overlap by 1, they just connect. I don't know why they made that decision, because if there are two units of belts overlapping, it won't allow to just paste it, even if it's just belts. So you can you can paste belt on belt only when they are overlapping by 1. Yeah, but this is 32. So this should be making the full belt of
Mineral depleted.
ingots. Now, do I want to make the full belt? Because calculations are calculations,
Mineral
and
depleted.
sometimes it's, it will skip and then an item will not be placed on the belt. But usually I will be making more than I need. I need to make 557 ingots per second for that factory, which is about 150 smelters. But I will round it up to whatever I can get by placing full belts. So 32. Um, so if it's 150, that's times 5. That's 160, right? So I will have about 12
Oil seep
smelters.
depleted.
I will,
Output minimized.
yes, thank you. I will have about 12 smelters, just providing that extra amount that will hopefully make sure I will not run out of it, right?
Mineral depleted.
And for planet size factory, I will be definitely making sure that the consumption of the cubes will be exactly 100 per second or close to that, so that they stack and nothing runs out of in the middle. This way I can actually debug the build and see if I've run out of anything or if something is not exactly working there. Yeah, but 32, let me see. My calculator says that I will be okay, this is not using the belts, stack belts. Doesn't matter. It should be okay. If I'm making 25% more, I need to just divide it by the speed of the machine and the production boost, which is 32. If I screw up, I will know very soon. If anyone watching knows the right number, I think it's 32, but who knows? Um, After 12
Mineral
hours at work,
depleted.
my brain might make some slight errors. Yeah, but now I will definitely be using the interstellar station for this. Uh, just a random location here. So I think I will commit to the station just making a single ingot, just making it from one side, so about um, half of the ports will be used. I usually just do like because you have so many slots here. I think it used to be 4, but I used to do something like this, like take iron, copper, and then put the I would put proliferators here and feed warpers by belt, because you can, like, I can put a second station that, next to this one, and that station will take warpers and they will feed each other, right? They will be connected, so I have that symbiotic connection. But because there's no way to increase the amount of vessels, this will be slightly limited by the 10 vessels, so it would be divided by 2, the ability to pull resources. Obviously, the majority of resources will be provided by the planets that they are mined on. Like every planet will have 1 or 2 or even more stations. So given how many mining planets I would have, like let's say 10 planets providing iron, each planet has, let's say, 2 stations. They will have like 200 ships, right? 10 planets times 10, yeah, two station, yeah, 200 ships. So this 10 is not by no means impacted by this. So I don't know. Let's see.
Mineral depleted.
If I can have 32 here, I will be just stacking it on top of each other. Hmm. Now, because those are smelters, I cannot put the towers in between because they're smallish. Assemblers, very easy. You just smack it in the middle. But for this, I usually do it like that. I put on the edge one tower, then they just overlap, so the out boundary finishes at that. This just is the right one. And then I think those are covered. I can copy this without any space,
Mineral depleted.
but I need to copy this here. So now everything should be powered. And now I can do this. The problem might arise soon. Sorry, I did not. Those need to be selected. No. Let's see. Because one major thing is because this is limited to 20,000 and ships are not really a limiter, I might make sure each tower has 12 ports. So if this is 8, making it 2 products effectively doubles the storage of the resource that is needed, right? So let's treat it as a one product and one resource. If I just clear this, those slots are wasted because the vessels from outside of this planet could be delivering something. So if there's copper here, there's 40,000 storage for basically a resource, right? So it's actually more beneficial while my logistic engine is just level 10
Mineral depleted.
to just use both slots. So because I am somewhat limited, have I calculated it correctly? Oh, this is the pain with with planning. Yeah, so there are 6 ports here, 6 ports here. Now I can, if I put, yeah, what is the solution here? Now this 8 belts just fine. Then I have 4 ports free. I can use one for proliferator. I will need to use one for proliferator basically. But what I can do is, let's say I have 6 belts, so 3 rows for iron. And then, because copper has the same recipe, so 1 to 1 to 1, I can use exactly the same amount of smelters. This one.
Mineral depleted.
Right, and because it's showing the warning, hopefully I did not miss anything. Right, so now if I copy this, use, now I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 belts. So this station has 2 more empty ports. One will be needed to fit in the space warper, so 11 ports will be used. And because there's, give it not unequal
Mineral depleted.
spread, so there's 3 rows of iron, 2 rows of copper, but this still benefits us from having all the slots used. So let's make sure those are automatically filled. I want
Mineral
this to
depleted.
be maximum, this at maximum, and right, for now this will be it. I will copy this here because, right, so the station will definitely be in the sorry, in the middle. So because this will keep it furthest from each side. So if I put it, obviously not here because I still need to spray everything. I will be able to put the next production chain on top with no overlap, right? So let's put it here. Now, because the belts can be very bendy, I don't need to put the proliferators on a flat surface like this.
Mineral depleted.
Every little bit of space counts, so usual proliferator takes how many places? 1, 2, 3, 4. So anything under 4 will be beneficial. Now the problem is that I don't have a lot of experience with belt waving. So let's see if this can be copied. So if the proliferator takes 4 places, let's say, let's see if I can put it on 4. Right. Does this fit? No, it does not. Let's try again. We are all learning today. So 5.
Mineral depleted.
Oh, let's see if I can even put it on a vertical one. 6.
Mineral depleted.
No, that's not altitudes. Have I been looking at how many bells it takes? No. So 6 and 7. Will it work? No, you cannot put it vertically. So another solution that I saw was that you can do something like
Mineral
that
depleted.
where, well, let's say 5. Okay. So I will put proliferator on top and how was it? Right, on the ground.
Mineral
This will be
depleted.
that. No, sorry. The good thing is that I only need to make it once, then I can hopefully copy it as a blueprint. Right, this was I think it was on 5. So if I make or I think for the normal buildings it needs to be higher. Let's try. Okay. Oh, but for smelters it will be fine.
A
So,
seed is approaching your system.
yeah. Obviously, I thought I I've got rid of those. Farm 1. This one. Okay.
Cruise mode.
Yeah, that belt waving will
Warp
be
engine
a tough
activated.
beginning. But
Mineral
I've
depleted.
seen some people post like really interesting designs on the official Discord, and if I have an opportunity to save some space and practice belt waving before I make some end games designs with rare resources, even better.
Warp engine deactivated.
Okay, he's moving my way. Or not? Oh, farm 1 is... Oh yeah, farm 1 is in front. Then go away. And
Warp engine activated.
at basic speed. If someone doesn't know, you can actually control your speed during warp, just like the speed
Mineral
with
deactivated.
normal flight. So shift boosts the speed during the warp. By default, it will be maximum anyway, but with S key, you can slow down. So you don't need to be going at full speed. Right. Farm 1 still have some resources. Right. Let's go back home. This is the plan.
Warp engine activated.
Oh, yeah, my vein utilization is already under 25, so I got 1 level during the stream. Now I will get the second one because the hash rate is fairly consistent. It takes me about 1 hour at the 10 per second production rate. So once this factory is up and running, it will take me only 6 minutes. Obviously it won't. it will not take me 6 minutes at the beginning. My speed, I will definitely not have enough photons, so I will, once I finish this planet, I will very likely shut down my 10 cubes per second factory just to boost the production of rockets and sails, to get those as quickly as possible to the level that I need. I need 150 gigawatts of energy from this sphere that I disabled because it's one of the dense ones. think if I enable its design also from the official Discord, someone did it by hand, and whenever I think about it, my wrists start to hurt because whenever I would design the spheres myself and draw everything out, my wrist would kill me. So yeah, I will leave it like this for now. Right, what I need to do is, now that this is at altitude 5, at altitude 4, I need to rotate the belt by 180, and from here I need to take it all the way back here, or here, one shorter. And now the belt is completely rotated. And now it needs to go, wrong arrow, all the way down, but I think it still needs to be rotated. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So now I delete this and I move, no, here, no. Right, I think it's in few steps, because what I noticed when I paste, so now I need to, or maybe I shouldn't have, what's there too much? 180. Oh, okay, because it needs to start at 0. Oh, what am I doing? Yeah, normal belt. So if I copy this here, whoa, okay, it did 360.
Mineral depleted.
Okay, let's try not to do this. Let's try to write. Let's try to do it in one altitude 5. Let's make it 6. I need probably, how many do I need here? This. Why is it no normal? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's much.
Mineral depleted.
6. Yeah, now it's normal. So 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's enough. Now, all right. Now it won't be possible. Right, this is it. So one less. It was at level 6. One less. And yeah, that way. And now this will have that that fall. And this, hopefully, because, oh, this is not even the ground level. That's why it was so bent. Right. So this should be removed. And this, okay, let's copy this so that I don't have to draw it again. Paste it here. Now I copy this, which is too long. Come on. Okay, if I land it would be easier. This should go here, maybe? This is too low.
Mineral
Okay,
depleted.
because I made it one higher. Right. This was 6, so this needs to be one higher, well, one lower than this, so 5, 180,
Upgrade.
180 this way. Fantastic. 22.65. Great. Soon it will be 1/5. So it seems like it's not going down as fast, but every percent makes a huge difference. It really does. Right. So minus 160. Level 5. And this goes this way. Needs to no. 5 until here. Now it needs to go to 0. 0 or 1. Because, yeah, I have another idea here. And let's see if this works. So if I place it here, yeah, it's not beautiful, but if it works, yeah, it works.
Mineral depleted.
Right. And the last part is that I need to have from level 1 to level 0.
Mineral depleted.
And remove this, copy this, use. I don't know why this does that, but yeah. So now hopefully I can put it here. And now the proliferator takes whatever
Depleted.
many spots, 1, 2, 3, 4, and usually some on top and back. But this takes only 1. So free grid saved. Now the problem is can this be pasted and will it work? Should work. Now let's
Flight mode.
see if this works in different area. It works here. It works here. Okay, let's see if it works like really close. Yeah. So now this proliferator is only taking 1 grid base. So, but what's the point of this, you may ask? And in a second I will answer, because I need to clean this up. Right. So all this, okay, this will be our base. Yeah, okay, good. So I will text proliferator level 6. So building this safe. Where did it say? Is it alphabetically? Yeah, so it's here. Doesn't matter. Okay, great. So what's the point of this? You may have already figured it out. I mentioned before, if it's one unit of belt, you can paste it on top. So if I land, it's easier to control when it is just on the bottom. Hopefully this will just fit here. So boop boop and yeah. Okay, well, I don't have belts on top of buildings. It could be, but that part I forgot. So it doesn't need to be that high, but it works. Yeah. So I don't need to have as much space here. So obviously, if I delete this, then this will be screwed up. So I will leave it that way. But technically, if I have a tower that's here, and I paste, you can do something like this where it's just one belt and it's like hidden. And this will connect. So I don't even need to have it. I don't even need to have this like one additional slot in front of the station. And I can have, I can just copy because, you know, there needs to be some order. I can copy this here and now it's just, okay, I don't like the, yeah, but okay. Yeah, and this will save a lot of space because here it's just, you know, 3 grids, but 3 grids is more than one smelter. And if I have multiple sets of those, it will save a lot of space. It will not look as glorious. I hoped that it will just nicely bend, but it might be because I made one mistake. I think that what matters, let's try again. If I can make it look better, then great. I don't need to make it as high. So this sorters are at level 1. So I can just make it level 4? 3. Let's make it 3. Right. Proliferator needs 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3.
Mineral depleted.
This. Now this and this I don't need. Maybe I have rotated it the wrong way. So if it was level 3 was here, so level 2. I was doing, I think, minus tilt or maybe plus. Let's see. 180. So let's just make it this way for now. If I copy this here and copy
Mineral depleted.
this here, it's bending. So that was minus. Let's see if doing plus does any difference. Plus 180. Oops. Here? No. How about there's definitely a way to make it look better, right? So what I can do is this is 1, 2, 3, 2. Doesn't matter. I will delete those off. Right. No. So this will go to from 3 to 2, but I will rotate it already by 90. So now it's slightly rotated already. This was plus 180. So if I paste it here, it's still messed up. I would really like this to be just like a nice, without any kind of stupid this. But it works, but it's ugly. Okay, there's definitely a way to do that. It's just, this is my first time bending the belt, so I will just leave it like that. I mean, like that. And then I can see what I can do about it. Maybe I will just, yeah. I have a lot of commute time to work and from work. I spent 3 hours just sitting on a train. So I will have some time experimenting.
Mineral depleted.
Right. So, well, experimenting, researching, because yeah, no PC on the train. Right. So those are prepared to be pasted.
Light mode.
Now
Mineral
I just
depleted.
need to place the tower on the middle. So one to the top here. This is the starting point where I want to have this. It does not matter if I just do it that way or that way. There will be some, I will have one spare slot, so I might just do it like this. So how many bells? 10 here.
Depleted.
So in the back I will need few spaces for the belts. I might use all 3 from the back, so about this much. If it doesn't work, I will just delete everything and start away again. I mean, start again. I will just copy this, delete everything, and paste it with the right position. Right, so now this has all the resources. I will not be changing those yet, although, nah, it's fine. I don't want it to import stuff if I plan to move it around. Right, so, I need to have two designs for the proliferator. Because this one will be feeding stuff, but if I need to rotate it, this needs the proliferator needs to be in the back, so that it's still over those, and I can just put it straight to the tower. Yeah, let's try to see how this works. So this line is going out, so this will be our usual
Mineral depleted.
belt.
Mineral
So
depleted.
this goes here. Is my production still working? It's down now, but something broke.
Mineral depleted.
It's probably something ran out. Let's paste the proliferator first. See if this works. So this will output DR. I will still need to do the in one. But there will be one more that. Okay, I will save some space by. Yeah, I will save some space. Let's see. Let's copy just the beginning of
Mineral
this and see how this aligns. So this needs to be here and here. So it will save a lot of space pretty quickly. Yeah. So the second proliferator will need to have the belt going the same way, right? I just need to make sure to do it this way. Remove the first one. Place the proliferator somewhere. Reverse the path. Now did this? Yeah. Okay, it switched everything. So because it's only highlighted one part, so I wasn't sure. But now, this will work. Yeah. It looks like a tin can that aluminum can that someone was kicking down the road, but it works, and hopefully I can paste it as a part of whole design. Sometimes this breaks, but yeah, we'll see. Right, so this is the most critical part because this is the most the closest to the tower. But now I can probably paste it the same way. Let's see if this works. So if I use now this, thanks to proliferator having basically no range, I don't know, building range box thingy overlapping. I can put this here and this here. Now this I can put here because for this closest one I needed to connect those two belts first, so it needed to go from the tower to proliferator to the smelters, but here I can just connect the belt whatever way I want. So here as well, I can just paste on top using the rule that the belts can overlap by 1. So now it looks weird, but it works. And if it works, it works. This one is copper. So if I do this, then I will be too far and I need the bendy thing, but it's obviously I can do it that way. Let's hope that they have fixed the blueprints for that, because the last time I was using this bendy turn that essentially goes through the station when I tried to, let's see, if I tried to copy this into some other regions. No, this works. This works. And this works. Okay, they might have fixed it. I have not been building that much since at least a year ago.
Mineral depleted.
Right. So it's safe and can be pasted wherever. Good. That fills me with optimism. Right, so product goes in. This is the R one. And then product. I got some sound warning. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Right. So
Mineral depleted.
this is now. Oh, I even got an email notification. Thank you, Umabel, for following. I really appreciate it. I kind of hope to get at least to the 10, but yeah, I'm doing this for fun, so yeah, whatever. A little bit helps, so I really appreciate it. Right, this is a product. This is iron. My British friends always make fun of me for how I pronounce iron. So I apologize, anyone British. This is ingots. This
Mineral
is
depleted.
ore. And now I don't know what I did
Mineral
because
depleted.
three. That's 12, right? So I connected 10. Okay, yeah. Okay. Good. Sorry, I thought I had way more. Okay, two slots are still free. And yeah, no, sorry, not intended. Two slots are free. 2 equals 3. Now I
Mineral
need one
depleted.
belt. So this is perfect. This is very perfect because this station takes in proliferator, but needs to get warpers somehow. So one belt will be putting out proliferators, and hopefully I don't. Well,
Mineral
if I
depleted.
screw it up, I will just correct it. Plus one this way. Oh, this will be a pain. Level, not 8. It was 6, I think. 6 was the base level, so proliferator is at 1 more. So this just goes in here. And now it was very much intentional to put the belt for proliferator this way, because it will just go this way, and I will put then probably a copy of this with reversed recipes or whatever I need here. So the belt will just continue to the next station, but that station will have warpers, and warpers will go back to this station. So they will exchange proliferator and warper, and I won't have to do some weird healing belts. So yeah, this is probably what I'm going for. And from far away, I don't see the belt bending that much, so I can sleep peacefully. Right. So, and how am I? Okay, so it is slightly ever, yeah, ever so slightly too far here. So let's finish this build and see what I get. Those are the okay 160. Sorry, I need to times 5. Okay, so that will be 32 per belt. So this should be. They are actually taking just one grid because, well, yeah, they only take this one grid of space between the tower and where, yeah, let's say 2 grids because there's 1 grid for going down. Coaters. Coaters, okay. I think I was always calling them sprayers. Everybody knows what coaters. They take 4 grids, right? So you need 1, 2, 3, 4 grids. And here it takes 1-ish, pretty much 2. You are saving at least 2 grids. And times however many times you can paste around the equator. Yeah, you save 1 row of smelters on every paste, right? So yeah, if they were not elevated, you can clearly see that this row is just under coaters, spray coaters. So it would be ever so slightly moved further. So let's say this takes how many? Well, I don't remember how many degrees each of it is,
Mineral
but
depleted.
yeah, I if I paste this 10 times, that's 10 rows. That's basically half of half of the belt more. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, maybe it's pointless, but once I finish putting in smelters and everything, it might be a difference between just fitting in nicely and being some monstrous design. Okay, so there are 32 smelters on a belt, which by my calculation, I'm spraying for products. That's 120 divided by 125 and 3 because of this being the Negenotropy smelter. That left me with 32. Now I placed those 2 here for alignment, so I will need to delete this. Okay, and I think this will be 1 grid. So copy this, use now,
Mineral depleted.
exit, delete everything. Quick tip of the day number whatever. Okay, I did not because I entered the copy. I deleted it. Okay. I kind of screwed myself, but doesn't matter. I will just copy this. One, two, one, two, one, two. There is additional belt, true, but the few belts needed. I mean, I could put it lower than that. It's in. There are, let's say, 10,000 or 20,000 belt units or whatever pieces of belts per planet, like 20,000. The few, like the elevation is 5-ish here times 2, that's 12, 60. Yeah, I want to essentially I want this to be my final design for full belts of ingots. So I thought this would be it, but you made me overthink it. This can be much lower because yes, it's true. Okay, so I want this to be as packed as possible, so every grid matters. But belts, where are belts? Conveyor belts, 4%. Does it say how many? No. No, no. Hi, Bill. Welcome back to the stream. I tried that at the beginning. Unfortunate that was my idea first because I saw this design on someone posted a screenshot somewhere, and I thought, why can't you put it vertically? But you cannot. See, okay, now it sticks, but it just says that it's colliding with something. Even if you put a belt straight like this, it just does not compute. And when you think about it, it makes sense. How do you want to spray if it's vertical? um, right. Why did they put? I know, right? But they didn't because they might at some point. There might be some improved interstellar station. It would be very cool, but it would. I don't know. It would make it kind of feel cheaty because it's a conscious decision, right? If you want to spray or not, and if you want to spray, you don't get it for free. But what you can do is, I mean, the coaters are not that big of a problem. Like I like to put them on all the in and out belts on everywhere, just in case. If something is already coated, then it just won't coat it again. But you could. Who made this style build? So about tower exit, I so I made this design. I just borrowed the idea of the coater being elevated. I could put them here, right? But the idea is that I will put a second smelting array right here, and this way I just have a straight belt that will just continue going, right? It's just an artistic choice. So yeah. Right. So let me get my I kind of screwed it up. Right, so this use oh, because I have not extended the belts here. Okay, and this is done. Okay, this needs to cover all the belts. That's a good question. And my answer is that I want to use as few sorters as possible. I prefer to use more space, but keep the sorter usage lower, because you can see that 8% it's sorters, and your design is beautiful. I've spent probably 3 hours on Sunday behind the scenes trying to replicate it, and I got pretty far away, but I was also overthinking it. And you need twice as many sorters, so that's twice as much overhead from sorters. And as beautiful as that design is, I really want to get as much science as possible. Yeah. This is not 16 yet. 12. Yeah. 12. I need 4 more. Right. Good. Now, that was a fair point. I don't need this to be this high. So I will, how many resources there are? I will probably make multiple smelting arrays for each of the basic resources that I need. So those belts will give a little bit of overhead. So I will just make it slightly lower. Right. Yeah. The goal for this planet is 100 per second, which is not that much, but I want to see how much space I can have remaining. Yeah, I mean, the factory must grow, right? Yeah, I'm doing 10 per second now. Going to 100 will improve my research speed significantly. Signpost. Yeah, that's signpost as what? Because you can see the whatever is being smelted on top of the buildings. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, once I complete the design of the planet, I don't really need to know where's what. Smelters, I now let's see. The problem was always I also need to take into account how much space I have here. So the next smelter will need to be, yeah. If you build everything yourself, it's fairly easy to find it, at least at the beginning. Okay, so the next row will need to be slightly smaller by one belt if I want to fit it there. That that's doable. We'll see. I do want to lower that belt though. So I put it at 6 because in my mind I had to get it over the buildings. Smelters require 3, I think. Altitude 3 is enough for a smelter, yeah. But I forgot that I'm not going to put this over a smelter or any building. This just goes over this. So let me just quickly redraw it. So yeah, I mean uniformity went to the trash can when I saw that this happens with the, I don't know if it's visible well. It just gets bent like hell. Colliders, yes, but this doesn't go over the building. This just goes over the belt and sorters. It will just fit between the buildings. So it can be just elevation 2 because it goes 2 to 1 and then 0. I mean, let's see. I will. It doesn't take that much time once once I knew what I was doing. It doesn't actually take that much. So let's try 3. So 1. Sorry, it needs to be 1, 2, 3, right? Then it needs to go to 1. And now it's this way. If you know how to make this look better than this like twisted mess of a belt, let me know, but I don't know why this doesn't work. Right, so now at level, this is level, oh, sorry, this needs to be, okay, this is too high. This was meant to be 2, because from 2 will go, I don't know if it will fit over a sorter. Let's see. That's the fun of it. 1, 2, 3. Now this goes down by 1. Okay, so now the coater. Why haven't they just called it sprayer? Coater. Not this one. Okay, so this fits here. Now I need to do at level, because this is level 2, right? At level 1, it needs to be tilted 108. Does it need to be? Yeah, I think so. Otherwise they will not connect. 180 to here. No, this way here. And to 1. Okay. And now, if this won't work, it needs to be pasted. Normal belt. Come on, normal belt. Don't do this to me. It didn't say that it's tilted. Yeah. So now this is normal. Delete this. So let's copy this into here. Get it all messed up. And now copy this into this and get it all messed up. Right. So it needs 1 belt here and 1 belt here. so that it overlaps. And now let's see if it actually fits over a sorter.
Mineral depleted.
Because if it doesn't, then I did most of it for nothing. So use this, and the bird finishes here. Ah, perfect. Now isn't this beautiful? I could look at it the whole day. Right, so this will save. This was at level 6, this is at level 2. This will save 8 pieces of belt per each belt, which, I mean, there are 10 belts here, so that's already quite a lot. And I will make probably at least 10-ish smelting arrays. Oh, come on! You just want to... Okay, let's see. Question asked, question answered. This needs to be 180. I hope not, because if it can't be vertical, I mean, it just goes on top. I don't know what I've been expecting. It just goes on top. I don't think you can rotate it by land. How tall can I make it so that I can look from the bottom 20? Let's see. Uh, uh, no, I cannot look from top. No, rotating just rotates it. I don't think it goes upside down. But you can put it on top of a rotated belt. So does that give us any edge here? No, because the belt on the bottom. I don't know. I don't have any smelters with me. I don't have any proliferator with me. But it should. It all it does it proliferates whatever is on the belt, and it's connected to the belt, so it should work. The only problem is that why? Like in this design, you can see that the belt on the top it's longer because then it needs to finish earlier, right? So putting it on the bottom, I mean, putting it on the bottom belt won't even work because it's under this. I mean, I'm sure there's some interesting use cases, but I don't care. No, I do care, but this just needs to work. This is Coulter level 2. Thank you for pointing out the name. I usually just have my own names in mind. Coder, where's... Now, why is this one here and proliferator, when I called it proliferator, it just went here? It's like they are alphabetically, but they are not. I don't know. Is this... Oh, okay. This is reverse alphabetical order. I wonder why. Because it starts with numbers and goes to S. But okay, so the books are alphabetical and the blueprints are reverse alphabetical, reversed alphabetical. Okay. Right. So now that this I have newer design, what I can do is I can copy this I can name it 1, so that's it at the end. 1 smelter array. This will be just as a just so I don't lose this. And now I just delete this. I screwed up there a bit. Okay. Now I will copy this to have some base to copy. Okay. So I can put this. So the tower needs to be just one grid to the right. So I will just delete all of this, because I can just make it again. Remove this. Oh, 10 points to whoever figures out what I did. Right. Because I deleted everything, I had no idea where, at what point do I need to put the tower. Okay, I will just make it look better. Or space, paste. So this will keep my belt. And now I just need to delete whatever is here, right? Think so, yeah. Yeah. This, 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 and this, and this. Right, so everything is already in place. Now I need to paste the spray. Okay, one more thing. I try to exit with, yeah, now it works. Whenever I copy something, I just press exit, escape key. And instead I get a menu. Okay, this needs to be a pair. So right goes in, this goes out. Now this needs to be like this, only because of this. If something doesn't work here, I will be very annoyed. Okay, this needs to go this. Oh, okay. I was wondering for a second, why do I have 3 belts here? One is proliferate, the proliferator fits, so that's fine. This should fit here, this should fit here, and I hope they are all in line. Yeah, and they look much better. They will be pretty much in line with the smelters. And because of that, they won't be as visible and I won't have to stare at this. Okay. Right, but now I can use my, no, I can use my smelter array that I have saved this time. And this, I need to make sure that I paste correctly. Okay, let's put it too far away. This fails by 2. What? Did it connect? It did connect. Let's make sure that it actually works. Let's put a it has no power, so it's not going to do anything. But I can just feed stuff to the belt, and it goes to the end. So this monstrosity actually works. Hooray! Pick this up. Right. So first smelter array is actually done, and I I don't know. Maybe some people don't really care, but this to me looks really nice. Usually you have a lot of wasted space when you have those on the ground. So saving those two saving those two grids, it looks good to me. Right, so this is now almost done. I will leave those bottom thingies there. Right, this needs to go to level 2, 3. So that it fits the proliferator. And the only reason why I put it this way and not by the tower is, like I mentioned before, I plan to put a second one here, and this will hopefully just keep going. And the other smelting tower that will be here, instead of proliferator here, it will have warpers, and the warpers will go back in, and proliferator will proliferate this smelting array that will be here. So I don't need to do any weird belt fittings or put a depot here that would fit warpers, right? So it will be way nicer, right? So this one I think is completed. I mean, a part of the blinking lights. Right, this needs to be addressed now. So
Minerals depleted.
if I make it one more. Okay, I did it probably a few years ago. It's best if it just goes uh, by the radius. So they need to be by the this is wrong. Something's wrong. 15. There's one row missing. Yeah. Much better. Yeah, because now I remember that the last one will not be at radius, it will be here. And now we don't need the bonus spells here. Okay. I only remember, and I might be wrong, that if it was more than a radius, it would not power some sorters. So I don't remember. Now let's see. Substation. How many spaces does it take? Because I might rethink it. It's right. So let's overthink stuff before I actually cover the planet and everything. Yeah, I think it's free. So thank you. 1, 2, 3, correct. And stuff can be built around. So I think those are fine. Because if I put this, it doesn't show me the range. It would probably be just one here-ish. It would need to be. Can you put a belt on top of it? Like, let's see, altitude 5. No. 6. 6 works. So I could put a... Oh, but they are side by side, so I would not be able to fit a sorter. I think this is, if not the best, putting Tesla towers like this every two two rows. I think that's good. So I'm only wasting 3 rows, and the substation takes 3 rows anyway. So even if there's space to be saved, I could, but then I would lose the 3 rows on a side, right? Let me think. I would need to, okay, because if I put it here, it doesn't power the middle one. So that's an automatic no. It I would need to put many of them. Let's put it that way, because it powers, like you can see right on the edge. Well, oh, okay, it would be moved by a, let's see. I mean, sure, let's test it out. So let's say I put it on the equator. I do it like this, and let's, okay. And we have 1, 2.5 of this. Sorry, what I mean is we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 4. And this is 5. What did I do? This, that has this. Okay, so this is 1. Because I lost 1 here. What did I? Oh, right. So in the middle, it's just 1. Yeah. It's 1 and 1. I'm losing, of course. Leave me in peace, for I'm creating art here. Right. I lost 1 on the edge, so 1 is lost, 1 is gained. Let me quickly just do this. I need more for comparison. Obviously the belts won't be connected, but that doesn't matter. How far does the power actually go? So, okay. You see, this one isn't powered, this one isn't powered. So it's, yeah, I'm not even able to put them as close to power this middle line. So that's a great idea. Yeah, if there was one more, like if it was, the range was bigger by 1, then that would work. Where is that seed going? To Photon. Okay, that's a long ride. Hey, Photon here. Where is it coming from? Gamma Aurigae. Is it this one? No. Hmm? Where is this one coming from? Okay, let's say hi. Let's go say hi. Yeah, that's, it's a good break from sitting in the designs, but slightly annoying. I have cleared out, I think, 8ish, at least 5 seats before starting before starting to design this, but they fly faster when you are focused on doing something But no, the seeds fly at the relativistic speed. So basically sublight, which makes them very slow, but faster than you think. So they are essentially the killers from all the 80s horror movies. They just walk, but they just catch up regardless. Just like I am now. See, the destroyers are keeping up, and I can just stay. And where's my home? Here. So I don't even need to get out, and I can just speed up with shift and go back. So, how is everyone's day going? Good time at school, work, freeloading? Okay, let me read that after I land, because otherwise I will pass that planet. Where is my planet? Here. That's the gas giant. This one.
Warp engine deactivated.
Ooh.
Cruise ended. Flight mode.
You could make that whole build thinner by making it longer. I could make it longer, but what
Mineral
I often, well, there are two things I want to achieve. The smelter array for me needs to be from equator to the. Oh wait. If I build it from the outer range, because right now I'm short.
mineral depleted.
Like if I want to paste this, deselect. If I want to, uh, I need the towers. This okay. This design won't work, but I am short by a bit. But if I build from the equator, I will be short by a bit here, and 2 bits make 4 bits, which should be enough for that one. So if yeah, I think that's. Thank you for making me think. It's 40F. What do you mean by 40F? Oh, 40 degrees. That's cold, right? Um, from what I remember for my Fahrenheit, that's cold. Uh, Fahrenheit to Celsius. Sorry, I need to recalculate. I'm using the correct units of temperature. No, that's about 4 degrees Celsius. That's really cold. Yeah, that's almost freezing. I am currently at around 45 Fahrenheit. I think, but during the day it's warmer, much warmer. Few days ago I went for a little bit of cycling, and it has been right. Let me recalculate it. 77. Yeah, exactly. But it's almost 11 p.m. right now, which means I really want to get this design finished before I have to go. Yeah. Um, it is 5 p.m. So that's Eastern. Sorry, that's let me calculate it. 7 hours difference. Yeah, that
Mineral
that's not New
depleted.
York, right? Oh wait, I think you are already on the summer You are not on the daylight saving time. So that would make New York 7 hours. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, in my line of work, I often work with people from different time zones, so at least few of them I remember. Yeah. This one I will right now, so I have fixed this build. Oh, okay. Now um going back to your question, yes, making it longer would make it um yeah. I would probably save some space on the power delivery method, but then I would need to fit more. It would use more belt, I think, because I mean, how else would you do it? You would need to effectively not have it belt divided by two. Fine lines. How? I mean, I probably understand what you mean. If I just make the belt longer and not have those here. But then I have twice the belt. Um, I think I know what you mean. It's just. Um, oh yeah. Oh right, you mean the belt wavy thingy. I can try. Okay. Now I understand. I can try to do that. I always did it with the flat belt. That's no, that's good. Like I've said before, I like to try new things, and I want to at least try an idea. Okay, so this is not good. This doesn't work. That we agree on. So more belt waving. I never really did belt waving for that. I from what I saw, let's see. Let's put 4 of them here, and right. How do you start? Right. So I correct me. Probably I'm doing it wrong, but if I want to have a belt that's just doing this, I want one space. Okay, if I do that, then it makes it longer, like you said. Let me try this. I don't know if this will work. I've seen some people design no, this collides. I've seen people just do some crazy belt waving where they were crossing each other, but I think that's done via blueprint editing, not using in-game. and I want to just use in-game designer. Teach me, Sensei, how do you build way? You probably okay. I get it. I think I understand it. You mean one space between, but that essentially means okay, one space. So one belt goes. Yeah. So you have the 2 rows. I did back expansions. I don't know what that is, honestly speaking. Right, so one belt goes normal, one belt goes the other way, right? And then in the gap. Yeah, I got that far. Whoop. Does this go? Yeah, this goes in.
Mineral depleted.
How do I? Oh, okay. Okay. So this goes normal as well. And stop me if I'm wrong. I stop here. Oh, boop. No, this up, up. No. Okay. Thank you. That's really useful. Right. So this basically goes in like a snake, right? And you are right. It will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it will be longer by 8. Now, do I want it to be longer by 8? Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, and one on what are the beginnings? So 9. Yeah, 8, 9 does matter. So it will be much long. Well, 9 is not that much, but it's let's say it's much. I saved 2 2 grids at the beginning by doing the what is it called again? I still have my coater. I always called it sprayer, but I saved 2 grids by doing the coaters. So do I want to save at this direction? Yeah, I call it sprayer. But I call energetic graphite coal. I call coal, and I call all the titaniums titanium. So yeah, I get this design, but I'm not sure if I want to make it that much longer because 9 grids, it will be effectively 5 smelters. Yeah, but I mean, it's an option, and I want to. Whatever ideas anyone have, I want to try it out. Maybe I will use it because I've been using this kind of design since the very first early access drop. Well, slightly different. We didn't have sprayers or the other cool stuff, but
Mineral depleted.
let's do it mathematical way. So how much am I saving? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so each of those is 5, 10. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 9? This will be 9, right? Because I cannot build anything on this. Okay, so it's 49. 49 times 10, 20, 30, 41, 2, 3. Let's call it 43. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 43. So that's an area of, and let me write it down, 2107. Right. If I,
Mineral
so,
depleted.
let's do it the same with this, just, yeah, use here, and right. I do know that obviously this will not be the working design, but oops, you've already calculated that. That's great. How many rows do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Obviously 10. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
Mineral depleted.
So that will be 49 plus 9. All right, 49 plus 9, 58, correct? And the dimension is 1, 2, 3, 35.
Mineral
Oh, sorry,
depleted.
I moved it too far here. Yeah, correct. 58 by 36. That's smaller area. So that's by, but not that much smaller. Let's see. I mean, if it's smaller area, then it's actual. It's actually saving,
Mineral depleted.
but this doesn't take into account any power. So this already includes power in place, well, despite this being on the equator. Yeah. So if I add on even just this, that's already 3 grids, and that makes it, instead of 36. Where's my back button? Okay, 58 by 39, let's say. That's already, yeah, 2000. Okay, so yeah, this is actually more compact. I am. I am. So you could, I, I mean, those Tesla towers are also sharing, so let's not count them. But even if we count 58 by, let's say 37, so let's if that's half of a substation, that still makes it 2146. Um, let's say space for just the smelter array, which Still makes it not actually not more compact, which is counterintuitive, but yeah. So 2107 versus 2146. So the problem is that here it's like one grid between the Tesla towers. If you put a substation, that's 3 grids of space that's not being used for anything. I mean, technically, I could probably just, one thing I could always do is just put those next to each other and just
Mineral
delete one
depleted.
smelter and just have a substation has the same size as the smelter, so we can just be here, right? And then I can, if I have this here, it will be 1, 2. This one doesn't count. Okay, I don't count the equator. But 1, 2 rows. Does it allow you to put one more build down? Well, that's what I want to see now. I will just quickly copy. Right. Okay, so this design. I could put. Right, this. Okay, but this loses on this dimension. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was just thinking.
Mineral
Um.
depleted.
Yeah. There's the matter of is there even a point, right? So I can just do this and um, don't overlap with the zone line. Power towers, they don't need to be on top, so this is fine. Those actually fit. So there's 1, 2, 3. Hmm. So the fourth one actually doesn't fit. Uh, let's try. Let's try and see what happens if I redesign it to have like without the Tesla towers. I don't know if this makes that much of a difference, but I
Mineral
mean,
depleted.
let's see. So with just the smelters, I need to remove those. Yeah, okay, there was no point in just copying this. So each will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how many times can I paste this? 1, 2, 3. Does that count? I mean, I would say this counts. It's not beautiful, but we threw that away when I did this belt bending. Yeah. But if I make it fit in the equator zone
Mineral
by
depleted.
just deleting one, right? Every so often. And then like let's say I remove this one. I mean
Mineral
I
depleted.
will need to choose the most optimal one, but I need um let's say I remove one here. I don't need to make this longer, right? Because I will very likely, like if I remove one here, if I remove four, I think four should have enough coverage. That will make, like, what's the difference between 160 and 156? That's not a difference. Like it's really not much of a problem. But now I can fit 4 smelter arrays, right? So if I remove one more here, okay, I just put one here, one here.
A seed is approaching your system.
Of course it is. Yeah, and 2 more here, then that's perfectly fine. It's just one belt won't be full by a very, very tiny amount. Yeah, I think this is the right way to go. And it will decrease overall amount of buildings.
Mineral
Oh,
depleted.
it's this one, I think. Right? Home. Okay, that's a very close one.
Mineral depleted. Cruise mode.
Right. So, um, it might bite me in the ass very soon if I do it this way, because like you might not have been here when I was planning this, but for example, iron, I need, how much iron bars I need? 150. So if I make, how many lanes? Five lanes of iron, that's 160. Even if I remove those four, um, even if I remove those four smelters, I still have almost 10 smelters spare for the iron ingot
Mineral
production.
depleted.
So it's not a difference really. But just having 4 lanes of 4 smelter arrays, that makes a difference. Yeah. So I think this is the way. Yeah. So one more one more redesigning phase. I need to reduce my mouse sensitivity. This is just jumpy. Where's my home? Here.
Warp engine activated. Warp engine deactivated.
Woo!
Cruise ended.
I seriously thought I would miss it. Whoop. Which way am I going? This way.
Mineral depleted.
Okay, this is the way. How is my science looking like? 12, 13 and a half. That's the usual one. Usual production, 10 minutes. Something went down, but it might, it
Mineral depleted.
very likely I just had some maybe delivery of magnet or unipolar magnets. Let's say 1 hour.
Mineral depleted.
Yeah, every so often it drops, and I think that's just a delivery of unipolar magnets from my dark fog base, which is my only source of unipolar magnets right now. But that's enough for the smelters to be made. Not enough for science, but enough for buildings. So yeah, this is the way. Technically, if I just did 3, I would be able to put something using assemblers later on here, but just having the space fully filled feels right. So let's destroy stuff first. Is he flying? He's flying. Right, this also needs to be destroyed. Tear it down. Right, so the downside is that I need to rebuild it again slightly because I can just remove those. Okay, I do need to remove those because do I need to remove those? If I have one, it might become useful later on. Let's just remove all of them. It's a really shame that you cannot put Tesla towers in between smelters, but yeah, what can you do? So those would be removed. Remove this, just make it base design. Remove this. Right, so
Mineral depleted.
now okay, let me copy this. Minus this.
Mineral depleted.
Every fifth? What do you mean? Sorry, I don't get that. You mean like make a space between the smelters? Okay, yeah. Yes, but like I said, like 4 smelters don't matter to me, really, realistically. Hopefully, I mean, it will. It might turn out that I will be like four smelters short at some point, but right now, I mean, I will probably. I need 5 lines of iron ingots. Oh, I need 4.7, so this is 3, 1, 2, 3. Copper, I need 4.5. So I will make one. This will be one. The second one will have reversed recipes, so there will be 2 lines of iron and 3 lines of copper. So two two smelter arrays like this without few smelters. That will be enough for me, and I won't be missing any production, but I will save some space. So it's fine. Like there's really no point in using more space um, to have more smelters if the smelters are not even necessary. Like I could even cut probably one, yeah, well, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I could cut the last row of smelters and I would still be good. So it doesn't matter if I just remove 4 of them to put the satellites. So yeah, it's perfectly
Mineral
fine.
depleted.
Um, so I will just copy this. Oh, look, an artifact. Oh, this looks cool. It's actually levitating over the. Look, an exclamation point. Oh my god, this is cool. Warning. Okay, it's. I might be just too tired to even think
Light
straight,
bulb.
but right. I will need to leave soon, but first let me just copy this so I remember where I am tomorrow. Um, it can be
Mineral
here, doesn't
depleted.
matter. Those need to be removed. Now the second row. Um, here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and now the last one. Yeah,
Mineral depleted.
that's probably as compact as it can be. Okay. This need, it needs to finish building, so I actually see if I sorry have the coverage of the satellites. Right. So, well, the problem is when it's overlapping, you don't see if this covers everything. This is fine. This is fine. This is not fine. So this will need to be here. Now the thing is, I will very likely need to build the 4 arrays first and then place the satellites, because as you can see, it will overlap by a lot. So there's really no point in me placing one here if I can place it here ish,
Mineral
or
depleted.
even here, like yeah, if there will be another one here. So it will make more sense to just build everything first with no power and then put it in place. Ah, right. Okay. So this works, and yeah, sadly, I need to get up in 6 hours. So thank you very much for watching. If you enjoy this kind of talking for hours about blueprint designs and just
Enemy
calculating stuff,
defeated.
feel free to follow, and I will appreciate it a lot. If you don't, I will be here the next day and then the next day. Anyway, thank you very much, and I really appreciate all the feedback. It gives me new ideas, and I like testing
Defeated.
new ideas out. So I really had a lot of fun. So yeah, see you tomorrow. And yeah, thank you again. Bye bye.